Hi, everybody, and welcome to Shelley's Everyday Adventures. Today is March 30th, 2024, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about the Francis Scott Key Bridge and the fact that it's out of operation and it's messed up the port of Baltimore. So, in my area, there are a lot of people that run fruit and vegetable stands, and they go to the port of Baltimore to buy their fruits and vegetables. They buy them right off the port and bring them back, and they sell them in their little roadside stands. And you have to question now, this is going to affect them. How bad is this going to be? I had an interesting conversation with a friend of mine the other day in regards to the Amish, because her response was, well, we still have the Amish. They'll grow fruits and vegetables. I stopped and I just looked at her for a moment and I said, do you have any idea how much ground, how many acres, how much dirt it takes to grow a lot of crops? Have you seen the Amish with corn from May until October? And she's like, well, yeah. And my response was, they didn't grow that corn. Where did it come from? They don't have enough property to grow all the fruits and vegetables that they sell. You have to think about this logically. And she responded that she'd never given it that much thought. She just assumed that they had the ground, they grew the stuff that they sold. I had to tell her that as a daughter of a farmer, as of a person who's grown up on a farm and been involved in the farming for years, I can tell you that you can't grow sweet corn in my area and have it ready to eat by May. It's not possible. Not in my area. Maybe in Florida, which is where they probably get the sweet corn. Well, which is where they get the sweet corn. Let me just rephrase that. They definitely get it from elsewhere, and it's warmer climates, such as Florida. So I said they're always plentiful. They always have plenty of fruits and vegetables. Now, I'm not saying that the Amish don't grow some of what they sell, but I am saying that most of it they've bought off of a port or off of someone who went to the port to get it. So you need to think about these things. How is this going to affect you in your fresh fruits and vegetables this year in this area, in the area of Maryland, southern Pennsylvania, and Delaware, in that area? It's going to be interesting to see how many of these roadside stands actually make it through this. People are resilient. They could find other ways, I'm sure, of doing it. But honestly, give it some thought. There's just not enough property for the Amish to sell everything that they personally grow. It's not possible. And if you've ever been to an Amish stand, you also know that they sell a lot of flowers and stuff. Now, granted, they do have greenhouses where they grow their flowers. That is true. So most of the flowers they've probably grown. But the stuff that's grown in the fields, no, they can't. It's not reasonable to think that they could. So if you would give that some thought, put your comments and your thoughts down below. Let me know what you're thinking about what's going on with that. And I wanted to give you another little update. I just saw on the news that the biggest crane on the East Coast has arrived in Baltimore and started clearing away the remains of the Francis Scott Key Bridge. However, I've been hearing that it could take up to a year to get the port reopened, and it could take up to 10 years to get the bridge rebuilt. Now, some of you may say, well, what the heck? What's so important about this bridge? Well, this bridge is it's a hazmat bridge. If you have hazardous materials on your truck, even in your RV, if you're in an RV and you have propane, you can't go through the tunnels around Baltimore. You have to take the Francis Scott Key Bridge. So someone said, well, why can't they go back to the ways they did it before the bridge was there? Well, the bridge opened in 1977, and a lot of infrastructure and a lot of people have moved into the area, a lot of businesses. So because of this bridge, things boomed. Okay, now the bridge is gone and people can't get where they need to go in a timely manner now. If you understand what exactly I'm saying here. My husband has a friend who lives just on the other side of the 895 tunnel. He spends 45 minutes to an hour every day just waiting to get through the tunnel now. So the Francis Scott Key Bridge being gone has put a big strain on a lot of things in our area. But give some thought to the small produce stands and think about what you will do about it. What can you do to help yourself? Me, I am down here. This is my grow room. This is where I grow my a lot of my plants for my garden. I've got my grow lights going, and I planted a bunch of stuff. So that's my answer to it. I'm going to try to supplement that, but I do every year. But this year I'm going to grow some things that I don't normally grow. So give it some thought, and I'm glad to have you guys here. I hope everyone has an absolutely wonderful Easter. Please enjoy being with your family and your friends, and have a happy Easter. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in the next video.